Hello. Hello. How we doing? My mic low? Looks low. Rare moment this week of Lar not playing Metaphor. Yeah, I wish I was playing Metaphor. Nah, okay. I think I was just talking quietly. Yeah, I would. You know what? We're changing it right now. We're going to Metaphor right now. We're doing it right now. We're changing it live. No. We're playing Emblem. For Emblem. Oh. Controller, you want to work? No? Controller's just not going to work, straight up. Dead ass, just not going to work. There we go. Alright. Controller was not working for a moment there. Hello. Oh, I forgot to put you guys into the chat box. Hold. Pause. You don't exist yet? There you go. Yeah. Hello. I was out at a dinner, and I was literally like... man, I was literally thinking to myself, like, man, these parties usually go a little longer than I anticipate they will. I probably should give myself a couple of extra hours. And then then it was an hour late. It started an hour, like, and 15 minutes late. And then, like, the return trip took, like, had some unexpected add-ons in relation to people. Like, I felt like we were leaving fast. Like, you definitely could have spent more time just talking to people and not leaving. And I don't know. I just feel, it felt kind of dumb, you know what I mean? Which I feel like I run into this a lot, where it's like, yes, I want to make sure I go home and go live for my hobby. You know what I mean? Which, I don't know, it's something that I find is important, but the degree of self-judgment, I think, is high. Which makes it hard sometimes. But here we are. We're back. We're about an hour-ish late, but we're back. Also, there was a lot of food, so I'm half food comed right now. But I think we're good. But how are y'all doing today? We haven't played this game in a while, in a hot minute. So I'm gonna have to remember what the heck we were doing. Activate. Considering how much you've done this week, I couldn't blame you for prioritizing literally anything else. Well, my problem is more that, based on how much time I've spent, it was more that, like, my social battery was not super high when I got there. So I didn't really want to talk to anybody. Like, I thought I was just going there for basically food, and then I was adiosing. But obviously that was not what was going to happen. Maybe if I had any degree of foresight, I would have understood that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it was less. It was more that I prioritized this higher, despite it not. I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. It's like, I care about this thing, and then it's like, yeah, but why? And it's like, I don't know, I do. It's like one of my favorite things. I like doing it. And it makes me upset when I have to push it back, and then I'm like, I had to push it back, and then now I'm an hour late again after that, and I'm like, damn. But then, like, literally, if anyone asks you, it's like, okay, well, why do you care about this thing so much? It's like, I can't exactly tell them, well, you see, well, my 21,000 viewers, I'm making, like, 8,000 off of ad revenue, like, every single stream, and, like, I could be making money right now. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that, right? There's no pragmatic reason for why I like doing this, right? It's mostly just, I like the attention, and I like being a dumbass on the internet. It's not really complicated. Which I guess if you compare it that way, it's like, would you rather go to... It's not a frat party, but it's like, would you rather be at a frat party, or would you rather, like... Would you... You know, rather be hanging with your friends on Discord? I don't know if that's a really good comparison, but... You know. Anyways, the point is, here we are. I'm just lamenting a little bit, because I probably won't have the most time. I was aiming for around 2 hours between 4 and 6, and then I have another commitment post 7. But it's not like directly at 7, it's closer to like 7:30 or 8. So, we're gonna try and get some stuff done today. Hopefully we can get the next story beat out, but yeah. Is this Crimson Flower? It is Crimson Flower. You can see because there is Yorizo. You can see Yorizo Man. You've got Pizza Man over there. Yeah. I start enjoying it when more and more people watch streams. Yeah, I suppose so. I guess so. Less? Start enjoying it less or more? Not sure. You see EDELGAAARD's manlet build under the UI off to the right? Oh. What, because EDELGAAARD is puny? Right there? Between goals and begin training? Yeah, next week we're probably going to do a similar amount of playing Metaphor. I'm just so obsessed. I'm just gonna do it more. Enjoy it less? Maybe. Welcome, Sai. You love this game? So do I. This is our second playthrough, so we've played Blue Lions. She's like 5'4". Is 5'4" small? Asking for a friend. Is that supposed to be small? I'm canonically 5'1". Canonically, however, also, listen, I'm 5'4" if you add the ahoge. If you add the little dummy strand, I'm actually 5'4". Totally. When the Switch 2 drops, I'm picking this up again. Fair? I haven't actually heard any of the news on the Switch 2. Is there anything, like, important to know about it? You know? But yeah, I guess so. I feel like when it's more of a obligation or commitment or something like that, I don't know. Anyways. For live streaming, then maybe there is some loss in passion there or something like that. But I've tried to remain as open as possible, like I just do what I want to do, even if it's been to my detriment. Did you know I could have been a Yu-Gi-Oh streamer? I could have just, like, gone live, and on Monday we, like, look at other people's dueling records, their match playbacks, and then I could, like, react to people, like, doing bullshit in the game, and then I could, like, do a series where I brew decks, and then I could do a series where I grind ranked, and then I could do a series where I, like, play against viewers. I could have done that. I think I got a spike of, like, what was it? 100 or so? Something like that. It was early on where I tried to do a like marathon stream, like subathon adjacent thing, with Yu-Gi-Oh, and it was pretty bad. I was like dying by the 4th day, and it wasn't very fun. Never again. Which is why I always felt like I never wanted to tie myself down to something, with the one thing in particular being like, you know, master rank with insert meme deck here, challenge, yeah, exactly. And then you play it and it's just terrible or awful. Yeah, I've tried to stick to just changing things up and doing whatever I want to do, which now currently is my obsession with JRPGs. So unfortunately, you know, if you keep up that pace, you'll not take very long to beat Metaphor. Really? I mean, I heard like Atlas RPGs are usually like 100 hours or so, you know what I mean? And it doesn't feel like we're that deep into the game. Right? Like it kind of feels like we just started. Right? We're like level 25. Like we're just getting our 2nd tier of things, so you know. Switching things up, aka 3 houses hell. Hey, welcome Deadman. How's it going? Oh yeah, it's gonna. I never thought it wouldn't be backwards compatible, but I was just thinking like, oh, like why wait, you know? But whatever floats your boat. I know that I played 3 houses like a lot closer to when it came out. Didn't really know what the hell was going on. And then now I played it again. After we played Engage, I was like, oh yeah, I'm kind of like on that Fire Emblem kick now, and I took a few months. We did some other stuff for a few months and we came back to it, but the thing is, eventually in like next year, like 2025, there's going to be like Monster Hunter Wilds, and Ender Lilies has a release date now, I believe. Which I saw because I looked into it. And Ender Lilies has a release date, or Ender Magnolia, what it's called. I wish they just kept calling it Ender Lilies, except like change the title or something. Because now I can't refer to it as Ender Lilies. It's like Ender Flower. You know what I mean? Did we recruit Manuela? We did not recruit Manuela. Did you know that last time we recruited Manuela only because someone forced me to? Someone specifically requested for me to recruit Manuela, and I was like, I don't know what I can get her to do, but sure, I guess. Don't let your soul be chained to the earth by gravity. I don't know. I guess there's an argument to be made that, unfortunately, my body is chained to the earth by gravity, and also the laws of economics. Just, as they were saying in Metaphor, just buy a house. Like, what's wrong with you, Stroll? Just buy it. Just buy a house. What's wrong with you? I suppose Hanneman was ignored as well then? Yes. Both of them were ignored. I did not recruit either of them. If you want to force me to recruit people, you have to throw money at me. Oh yeah, speaking of which, the standings haven't changed, but it's still like 75 to marry Lysithia. We're doing a roulette. We're roulette wheeling who I marry at the end of the game. And it's currently like almost no contest. I say almost no contest. It's just funny whenever I think about it, and like a third of the standings is just like people trying to force me to marry Lysithia, which is hilarious. I'll send you 2 cents if you recruit whoever you think is hot. Damn, for real, for real. Even if it's 100 hours, you'll take a bit over 3 weeks at a rate of 30 hours a week. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gonna do 30 hours. right? Like, it'll slow down a little bit, but what I'm saying is that I am excited to play the game. I would like to continue playing it. I wasn't sure if there were going to be any beats where I could just off-screen grind a little bit or something like that. But I don't know. Just about everyone in the game after the time skip that. I mean, sure. I think Marianne's very cute. Catherine, Shamir, or Manuela? Yeah, I don't remember having... Did I have Shamir recruited last time? Or Catherine? I don't remember. But yeah, I don't remember what we were doing. I kind of want to just hit auto-instruct so that I don't have to, like, think about what I'm doing. But... I don't remember... You're a trickster. Even a Joker can... can save the world or some shit. That's what they were saying. I'd abuse my power as stand-in Archbishop to give Marianne Dorta? What's that? I don't know what that is. Is that like power or like a house? Just buy a house, Marianne. Even a Jesker, even a Jelker can change history. Remember, if you're a dedicated Jelker, you can change history. Oh yeah, Leonie went to... Oh, right! I remember, we went to the sauna with Felix. Right, that's another one of our goals. Someone donated to make Felix into a mortal savant by the end of the playthrough. The problem is, Felix isn't part of our main squad, so, like, the ability for Felix to actually get the prerequisites for mortal savant is, like... I'm hoping he gets there, but I don't know, man. I don't know if he's gonna get there. It's a little concerning. Hopefully he does.
Another gain from...
But yeah, I think the last thing we did was we fended off the attack on Garreg Mach. We did some... Oh, we did the paralogs. We did the EDELGAAARD paralog, which that one was kind of... Well, it was kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't even know who to use these activity points on anymore. I guess we're using Yuritsa. Fine. Auto-instruct. Alright. Goals. I'm just gonna assume we're not changing anything. Except for Felix, maybe? Felix is on the right path in training.
Hey, pal.
Would you like to change a class? No. We aren't using you. Oh, we don't get to beat up the turtle anymore either. That's kind of sad. Oh shit, we have supports, don't we?
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Rance, welcome.
Professor, you're always watching over me, aren't you?
We got supports.
I've spent my life avoiding people, so I wouldn't have to expose them to this horrible burden of a crest. My father was born with it as well. He's the one who told me to avoid others as much as possible. He said
Damn
it would
true.
be the cause of great unhappiness to
True,
both
real,
myself
and based.
and everyone around me. After some time, I was only truly comfortable opening up to animals and the goddess. Do you remember the time you asked what it was I prayed for?
Thanks and protection?
Yes, but that wasn't the case. Back then, I felt that my life served no purpose, and that I was nothing more than a burden. In truth, I was begging the goddess to take me to her.
Oh shit.
That was my daily
Damn. That,
Now I hate the idea of dying and being left alone.
Damn.
I have friends who accept me for who I am now, in spite of my crest. And I have you watching over me. I finally learned to accept the kindness and warmth of others. It's because of you, Professor. Because of you, I've decided to live.
That's good.
I'm
That's
sorry
good,
to worry
Marianne.
you,
But also,
but I'm
damn,
alright.
that kind of makes the
I'm still
context
not
of...
ready to tell everyone about my crest.
That kind of makes the
I feel
context
that
of
the
her
burden of my
dying
curse
in
is
all of the
unlifted.
other routes kind of morbid, no?
Even if I'm separated from you
Because
or
she's
any of
praying
my
for it
friends,
every day, and it's
the
just
memories
like,
I have give me the strength to continue on.
She'll look to the future instead of the past, sure.
Um,
We'll look to the future together,
I'm sure
and
I'll
our
have the
many
strength to move
children.
forward if we're together.
I mean, what? I don't think anyone donated for Marianne. It's funny. Can I borrow your time power so I could stop Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul from happening? Oh yeah, I saw that that was a thing that was happening. What actually happened, though? Constance. Nothing. Yeah, what happened with that? Because I have no idea. Did Mike Tyson lose? Because that'd be really funny.
Hey,
That'd be, like, super funny.
Another skill
I still need to.
technique never betray.
Intuition's all I need.
I'm a bit confused about why exactly Marianne is so religious. Aren't crests seen as being made by the goddess, so
Well done, Professor.
why would she look to a goddess that cursed her bloodline? I guess because it's like the only thing she has, maybe? It's just kind of like... I mean... Right, because I feel like a lot of the value in prayer for a lot of people is simply that they can believe that they are protected by something. So, you know, or that they can, like, focus and put their thoughts somewhere. Rather than the actual state of affairs of the crests existing and her having a particular crest. Basically, Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson in a boxing match. Mike Tyson, due to age and knee injury, didn't give a good performance. Damn, that's kind of hilarious, actually. I will always find it fascinating that... I guess... How do I say this? Like, Jake Paul is a boxer. You know what I mean? Like, that's just so funny to me. Like, what... It's like, what a career pivot, you know? How close are you to being able to do the thing? I guess it's 0% because you're not level 30, right? Oh, it says 49. So that actually means as long as we get to the... if we get to the appropriate level, then he should actually be capable of at least trying the exam. I don't think we have anything else to do for exploring. I guess except for eating and raising morale, which maybe we want to do that, and then we can do combats, and then... Well, we're gonna rush the combats. Like, we're not gonna take too long doing the combats. Set item, subdue the enemy. Deserter soldiers. As a boxing fan, just hate to see boxing legends being used like this, especially since Mike Tyson's one of my favorite. In his prime, his matches were so fun to watch. Yeah, that's fair. I could see that, you know... I would imagine that Mike Tyson was paid a lot of money to do this fight. Right? Is that not my understanding of how we do that? Right? Because he's basically jobbing for Jake Paul, right? Like, Jake Paul is this young guy who's been training, right? And Mike Tyson is, like, old. So... Luckily, we're out of Paralog Hell, so the game will progress a lot faster. Yes, we have finished the Paralogs, so each individual thing should be oh my god, I literally have no ingredients. I cannot cook a single dish because I have no ingredients. Damn, we're still strapped for cash. That's crazy. Raging Bull is a good movie about boxing. Is it like a documentary type? Sort? What's it about?
Here's my thought.
They both had a massive payday. Just sucks to see Mike not perform well. For sure. It's like not very compelling, you know what I mean? Right, like you watch the fight, but it's not compelling because one person is like, you know. As I was saying, it kind of feels like they're beating up someone who's past their prime. Like, I think they did the same thing in wrestling. I remember... I don't follow wrestling, but I've watched a number... I want to say I've watched a number, but, like, I've definitely seen video essays before about wrestling. And one of them was, like... They had, like, the big new character... Like, they had, like, the top dog, right? Time to fish for ingredients? Hell no. I could try buying poultry and see if that works. But people didn't like this guy, basically.
Say now.
See if buying some meat helps.
You have a good eye.
Oh my god, why is meat so fucking expensive?
You have a good eye. Come again.
And one of the things they did was I think they brought back The Undertaker or something, except he was, like, really old and bald. And, like, the fight was really bad because you're fighting this old guy of, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I think some vegetables are also for sale. I could have looked at that. But this looks like we have stuff. We could also be giving gifts, I suppose. I think about that every time, but it's also like, man, I just don't want to... I don't have to worry about it. I feel like this run, I'm significantly less concerned about, like, all of the macro game stuff, because the first time we played, it really felt like I had to be doing something broken, but this time around, I literally have, like, Mage Bernadetta. Like, I just... and... You know, some of the maps are hard, I guess, but they don't feel impossible, right?
I'm great.
Like, I was definitely scared from my impressions of my first playthrough my first Fire Emblem playthrough, where, like, Maddening was a big deal. And it's not to say that I don't struggle, like, I still play the maps and I go like, well, that didn't work, and I had to go redo that part, and like, oh, I keep messing up this turn, like I don't know how to fix this turn. But everything looks doable. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a way I can do this. Right? Especially now that our Lysithia nuclear bomb now works. Right? Lysithia just explodes people into a billion pieces with magical hunter volley, so...
Wow.
I can see that you got to... Or I see that. You gotta know when to let legends rest. Yeah, it's kind of like... The unfortunate thing is that it's not good for the people who enjoyed that person from when they were in their heyday, and then the feeling that you're just jobbing for, like, the new blood is, like, it's just kind of lame, you know? Right? It just doesn't feel great to watch it. Also, we have professor points, so I'm gonna try and see if I can get, like, a Felix Sauna going. See if we can actually get him to... So we can learn more magics. Was the last run less morally gray? I don't trust this group's leadership. Well, in Blue Lions, the leader basically goes mentally insane because they get framed for, like, I don't even remember what the crime was, but they get framed. and they're also like they're experiencing some degree of PTSD. Ah, fucking goddamn it, Felix, you piece of shit.
I thank you.
Wait. Wait, he's fine. Leave. Oh, we did it. Damn, I was like, Felix, you goddamn piece of shit. But yeah, so I think Blue Lions was a lot more clear about they're trying to stop the war. But also Dimitri has some, like, interpersonal shit that he needs to figure out. And a little less morally gray, I guess. I don't know. I think Crimson Flower is pretty obviously the route where people are questioning, like, what is going on, like, for sure. Because again, like, you can be more empathetic towards Edelgaard's cause, but the reality is we are on a war path and we are running people the fuck over. Like, let's not forget that that is what we are doing. Right? Like, right? Like, let's just acknowledge that we are definitely on a war path against everyone else in the nation until they become
I'm thinking
like under Imperial control. That is what we are doing. Worth noting. I love mental breakdown characters, at least 2 specific ones. I'll check this game's story out. Yeah, I really liked Blue Lions. I think that they built up its moment and it felt very earned. But man, crazy Dimitri hits different, dude. Which maybe I shouldn't have spoiled for you, but I have some points left. I think I'm just gonna go to the next day. Can I buy magic crystals yet? Because I did the... Yeah, I should have the dark merchant now, right? Oh my god, we can buy arcane crystals! I have no gold left.
Tell your friends.
Okay, let's end the day. And free time, yes. Do the teaching, and then we'll do some gold, gain gold things. So we can not be poor as fuck. The only one I really care to instruct is Felix, and then I'm gonna auto-instruct the rest because I don't want to... Just don't care enough. I think Dimitri is the least trustworthy leader. Certainly at the start, I would agree with you. I also think Dimitri is maybe a little idealist. You know, in the same way that you can listen to a lot of the stuff they're saying in Metaphor and be like, alright, buddy, like, that's great and all that you want to say this, but it's a little idealist. Doesn't really prove anything either. Yeah, what you just described doesn't just happen in boxing and professional wrestling, but also UFC and most combat sports. Yeah, for sure. The thing is, like, I wouldn't mind it if people kind of... If the way they treated it was like, hey, let's make a good show. And then you ask someone like Mike Tyson, you're like, hey, do you want to, like, do a good show against this guy? Like, you want to fight him, right? And then I think they're fully within their right to say yes, right? And try to make the best show as possible. But, you know, you're telling me, maybe it's just cope, I don't know. But what you're telling me is that it seemed like their performance was a little bad, right? So that kind of sucks, right? It's just like leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Specifically for his leadership capabilities. Oh, Dimitri? Or Crazy Dimitri. I think specifically Crazy Dimitri. A lot of times they like to have legendary old guy get beat by new blood to validate them. Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is that, again, like, I think the problem with these a lot of the time is that, like, they work, right? So sometimes you'll have these fights happen, and then they just, like, they do what they were supposed to do. And then there are some, like, I think more diehard fans or people who kind of, like, they know the curtain is there, right? Like, they know what's behind the curtain, and it, like, kind of just makes them sad, right? Man, we have no gold, huh? Maybe should have considered not buying 7 billion arcane crystals, huh? Fine.
Come back.
We'll figure it out. How do I... Oh, shit. Controls. Okay, there we go. As in, Dimitri is the leader I would trust least to lead an army or any group for that matter. Interesting. I mean, I could see him being a leader, right? I didn't... You know... I don't doubt his capabilities as, like, a general for an army, right?
For the Empire. I do this for all of us. I will prevail.
I'm awake.
But definitely when he was going a bit schizo,
Ready for anything.
not as good.
My orders?
This route cheese seems a little less extreme, but yeah, we definitely going aggressive. I think we probably could have talked it over with at least quad. Well, the game gives you the option, but it didn't really make sense to me why we would talk to quad. By the end of Blue Lions, yes, but Crazy Dimitri didn't exactly have the best plans for actually winning the war. Well, sure, I mean, I think the point... Now, maybe this is silly? I don't really know how to say this, but characters aren't supposed to start perfect, right? Like, that's not the point. Like, I wouldn't... Like, saying I wouldn't trust EDELGAAARD to lead an army, like, in the first half of the story is, like, not really saying much. Right? It's like they have to go through the character development first and, like, figure it out. Or maybe, again, you could make the claim, like, oh, well, no, like, you could still trust EDELGAAARD. What are you talking about? I wouldn't trust Byleth with his time powers. I guess within the relevant frame of context to... it's kind of bad if I did this. Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't change the fact that I wouldn't trust him in the role. Yeah, I mean, but that's like saying, well, I have an opinion. I'm saying that I think the logic in the case is, like, a little unfounded, because if we look at the context of, like, how stories are written, saying that any hero is competent at the start of their story is, like, silly in general. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, saying any hero at the start of their story before they develop as a character, or expecting basically any of them, or perfection or whatever, is, like, strange. I guess. Only there was a way for Bile to access non-broken weapons mid-fight. Yeah, but I don't actually know if I have... I just don't even know if I have any in the thing. You know what I mean? I think I just don't have anything. But you're right, I could have checked. Some heroes start good then falter as the story goes on. Probably not many though. Well, I think Dimitri also still at least postures to look competent at the start. And then loses his way and then comes back. Well, I wouldn't trust me to lead an army, because frankly, you know, I'd just be getting my troops killed all day. I wonder if it's enough for me to just do this. Feels like we should use EDELGAAARD to stun the people like this.
We'll cover
I do this for all of us. I will prevail. I'll try harder too.
Who's the one out here? And for over here... Oh, I think Poison Tactic actually, yeah, just stuns everybody. It's pretty good. Ooh.
My orders?
Born to follow, forced to lead. I think that's been like the state of my entire existence forever.
Let's make
It's like
quick.
I never want to actually do anything. Like I just want to sit on my ass and like
Sunshine.
follow orders, I guess.
Apologies.
It's like I don't have to figure out like the path forward.
More fighting.
But then everyone around me is fucking stupid. Oh man. And it's like, well, I mean, if no one's going to do it, I guess I'll do it.
Example.
It's okay. That's lore accurate. Because because Flaris isn't even the flag bearer, right? It's lore accurate. Everything is lore accurate. It's the entire story was about imposter syndrome the entire time. That's fucking crazy. Oh my god. Please. Please. When it comes to warfare and leadership, EDELGAAARD and Claude are competent from day one. So when comparing to those two, I don't think there's much competition from Dimitri. I guess I just don't really see when they characterize Dimitri as being incompetent in warfare. That's the part that I'm missing. Like, to me, they all just look the same until, like, Dimitri is insane. Right? Like, none of them... Like, I don't actually know what the examples are of Dimitri being any less competent than the other two. I felt like the starting characterization was something along the lines of, like, Dimitri is the charismatic leader, like, EDELGAAARD is the, like, take by force person, and then Claude is the, like, conniving trickster. Right? So all of these are ways to lead a group of people, but the tactics that you use is, like, different. When he said to do the death march into the Imperial capital instead of doing any preparation, was this post-time skip? Because you said from day one, so I'm assuming that means at the start of the thing. Yes, crazy Dimitri. Yeah, but that's not the start of the game. And I guess my argument was that, like, if you look at a crazy person at any point in time while they're crazy, like, they won't seem very competent. Obviously. But it felt like the characterization at the start of the game was not, like, they all just seemed equal. This is coming from someone who, by the way, like, just, like, wouldn't have chosen Dimitri. Like, the order of choice was going, for me, was going to be EDELGAAARD, then Quad, then Dimitri. Just for the record, I guess. I don't know what that proves, but... I meant day one post time skip. I thought that only time skip was talked about, was already understood. Well, I think when my point of contention was that, like, using post time skip is, like, not necessarily the best frame of reference. I guess, like, in relation to who is actually going to win the war, right? You know, like, does it make sense that what I'm saying is, yes, why would you trust a crazy person to win the war? But also, in all the points on the graph, like, in all the temporal points on the graph, like, why are you choosing the one that is clearly, like, a plot contrivance? That's like saying, man, why would I trust Hegemon EDELGAAARD to, like, win the war? It's like, well, at the end of the game, she clearly lost her mind, so, like, she clearly doesn't have a plan to win the war. It's like, it's a plot contrivance. Right? The writers didn't have to write that. Which maybe, like, the temporal frame of reference is better, like, because that is when the war starts. I think you're taking this in a very different way than I'm saying it. Maybe I'm not understanding something. Like, my understanding is that it is your personal opinion that Crazy Dimitri is not a good way to win the war. Am I missing something? Like, if you were to place bets on the three people of how they would win the war, that Crazy Dimitri is not a good way to win the war. Let me scroll up. Yeah, because I was asking, like... Yeah, I think Dimitri is the least trustworthy as a leader, and I was like... I asked questions about, like, when? Like, Crazy Dimitri? And then you didn't say anything about that. And then you were like, specifically for his leadership capabilities. And I was like, Crazy Dimitri, right? As in, Dimitri is the leader I would trust the least to lead an army or any group for that matter. And then we got to, by the end of Blue Lions, yes, but Crazy Dimitri didn't exactly have the best plans for winning the war. Right? And I was like, I don't have to disagree with that. I was just pointing out that, like, I don't think of how to say it. It's like it feels strange to call water wet. That's what it feels like to me. It's like, yes, obviously. But also, why are we using that as the frame of reference? And then you went out about plot contrivances, so I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, because I'm saying you're calling water wet, but like, why do we care? It's like when there's a lot of other things to talk about, like why is that the one we're standing on, right?
I'm impressed.
Because this is a meaningless small talk type of conversation, so you have to talk about something. Yeah, so I brought up the fact that, okay, outside of Dimitri's, like, craziness, at basically every other point in the game, it does not look to me that there is, like, an incompetent or inability to lead an army. Agree or disagree? At literally every other point in the story. Yeah, I'm not sure if I already read this rant, but, like, I think it makes sense that the other two are, like, more willing to do things in order to get, like, their goals. So, you know, I don't know. You could say that that on face value is, like, not enough to be, like, competent leader, basically. It's like you need to have a little bit of, you know, I was gonna say down bad strategy, but I was saying, like, down, not down bad. down to win, down to W. He certainly hides it well in the start, but gotta somewhat cast my vote with Felix. And I'll put my full trust in the guy. I mean, sure. It was my opinion that at the start of the game he seemed like a pretty competent dude. Which is why I thought the comment was strange.
Maybe... Oh, thank you.
Keep it up.
Yeah, sure. And I think time context-wise, if there was, like, no Byleth, for example, it's kind of like Dimitri's probably fated to lose, right? And just, like, get his face run over. I could picture a world where, like, Edelgaard, or Dimitri basically... Not Dimitri, Jesus. Claude approaches Edelgaard and is just like, yo, so... Like, they're fucking crazy over there. What if we allianced and then didn't do this? You know what I mean? Like, I could see that happening. Oh, shit. Maybe I should probably... I think I can repair stuff now, because I have gold. Wonder if we'll actually end up getting to the next chapter.
Welcome.
Well, after we actually repair the stuff, we should be a lot better off.
Is that the... Thanks a bunch.
Byleth can actually attack. Oh, you know, I should be repairing the killer axes in my convoy.
Is that the... Thanks a bunch. Is that... Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that... Thanks a bunch.
If Byleth wasn't there, the Empire would win, not because of Edelgaard herself, but because she would still turn into Hegemon Edelgaard, and then the Empire would probably... And then the Empire would relatively quickly crumble under its own weight. Wait, would win? Empire would... I don't know if I'm understanding correctly. If Edelgaard turns into a monster, then wouldn't they, like, kinda, like, blow everything up? I feel like if there was no Byleth, Edelgaard would just, like, blow everything up. Which is kind of metal, if you think about it. To say Edelgaard wouldn't win, the Empire would win. Oh, that's fair. Sure. Edelgaard's never gonna win, because she's dying. literally dying. I was like, where are all my magic bows? It's just all in one pile or stack of, like,
Welcome.
magic bows.
Is that... Thanks a bunch. Is that... Thanks a bunch. Is that... Thanks a bunch.
Oh shit, I don't think I paired Felix to anybody, and he needs levels. Oopsie. Who's gonna be attacking? Probably Ferdinand. But Felix there. Never seen someone this poor. I mean, when you have to repair like 70 magic bows like every other map, I mean, listen, man. I need to pay for my Lysithia's magic bows. I'm just spending all of my money on Lysithia. Like, leave me alone, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I will prevail.
Just leave me alone, man. Just give an iron bow to her? Wait, why? But she's my explode people button. She just kills things immediately. We should be skipping these because they don't matter.
I'm stronger than before.
Rhea might be able to stop her. Honestly, in that scenario, you probably get something similar to Three Hopes. Oh, you said Three Hopes was like kind of a continuation, but not really. Does it have like some kind of canonical relationship to this game at all? I don't know if we ever talked about that.
I do this for all of us.
The kingdom formed from the Empire's hand, then the alliance from the kingdom. I believe a similar thing would occur again within a shorter time frame after EDELGAAARD dies before wartime ends. Right. Three Hopes is basically a weird retelling / reboot. What if Byleth was not a teacher timeline? Oh, really? Interesting. I see. So it's just like, what if he didn't mentor anybody and was just like a pseudo-god being? Like, does he still get entangled with Sothis or no?
Let's make this quick.
Once again, I cannot kill everybody in one turn, probably. Oh no, they're slightly too far away. What a tragedy. He still has Sothis. I see. Oh yeah, because I guess the inciting incident is when, like, he does the one mercenary thing, and then he gets taken back to Garen Mok to
Sunshine.
become a teacher, but he could just not become a teacher.
Apologies.
I see. I always thought it was like some kind of straight canonical sequel or something. His entanglement with Sothis is from birth, so a timeline split wouldn't change that. Ah, that's fair. Right. I guess I assumed for some reason that, like, the actual awakening or inciting incident event or whatever mattered. But, like, it doesn't really if you think about it. So, that's fair. Is Felix just, like, not getting XP? He's at 840? Oh, no, he is. Okay. Whenever it skips the EXP animation, like, I know I'm pressing to skip it, but it throws me off because I'm like, oh, wait, do they actually get XP or no? But my Ferdinand should be actually participating in combat. Maybe I should just send Ferdinand forward to go, like, fight a bunch of guys. I think the next map is going to be... Oh, Jesus, I almost died. I think the next map is going to be the city map. And it's weird. I don't remember doing that map in Golden Deer. I'm trying to think of if that map doesn't exist in Golden Deer for some reason. Or if I just don't forget. Or don't forget. I didn't remember that this map literally exists. Damn. Remember when we were like, man, I hope Bernie crits with her crit ice magic, and then that never happened because why would that ever happen?
I'm impressed.
But apparently Linhardt can crit like a gamer. More like the shitty map. Oh wait, that's all of them. My favorite thing about Three Hopes is it turns Byleth from a player mouthpiece to an actual character, and honestly he's pretty cool in that game. Yeah, I mean, it's... do you... I'm assuming in that game you don't play as Byleth, right? Like, it's a Dynasty Warriors clone, right? So, you wouldn't need Byleth to do any RPG actions or anything. Right, I said I was gonna have Ferdinand go in there so that Felix could be level 30, and then I immediately forgot. I'll wait here.
Much more.
Muso game? Wait, what does that mean?
Well done.
What is Muso?
Thank you.
Dynasty Warriors type game? I just remembered that term when you said it. Oh, interesting. I've never heard that before. Oops.
Oh, thank you.
Fucking...
Sunshine.
Free!
Back to the fray.
Game not perfectly reading my intentions. Unacceptable.
Let's make this quick. My
We don't
orders?
play as Byleth. However, they do implement a lot of RPG systems from Fire Emblem, and there is a main character named Shez. Shez. And I'm guessing Shez ends up being the player mouthpiece. Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
What's my strategy?
Support where units go is important, etc. Even class systems, so it's got Fire Emblem flavor, basically. Yeah, I guess when I meant RPG, I meant like the talking to people, the talking to characters element. Relationship meter stuff. But that was also kind of answered because you said they just made a new main character for you to be. So it's fine. It works out either way.
Thank you.
Actually, don't think I'm gonna be able to kill all of the units here. Oh my god.
Any merit I have pales beside yours. More fighting.
That helps.
Would it be cool or terrifying to have a real relationship meter? Oh god. I think it would be bad. I think it would be bad if there was a real relationship meter. Right? Because I don't know if you've ever talked to, like,
One step closer to
streamers and
victory.
stuff. I mean, I'm not saying I talk to streamers, but like I feel like a lot of them have communicated that like watching their concurrent viewer count like distracts them. You know? I wouldn't like seeing everyone's meter be in the negatives. Yeah, it's like you kind of get a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? When something is sort of vague or unknown, people have like the cognitive bias of thinking it's better than it is and then trying anyways, right? But I think the idea is roughly yeah, it's like looking at your CCV when you're live. Like, it's distracting information that doesn't help you make good decisions in the moment, right? Like, stats and stuff I think are good for retrospective analysis to make decisions later, and that's not even necessarily true. But I think trying to interpret too much information while you are using it is just kind of hamstringing yourself, right? Like, it's like people who are anxious, right? Who, like, get in their own head, and they're thinking about every single thing they have to say, like, very, very adeptly. It's like, trying to have a conversation with those people is very difficult. I'm not, like, blaming them, and I don't generally think that it's a problem. Usually I give people like that enough time to figure out their thought, like, it's fine. But what I'm saying is that, like, the rate at which reality is processed is very fast, right? And, like, that's how I would kind of describe it.
I will prevail.
So, like, any amount of processing information that isn't, like, snap judgment is, like, can get in the way. So,
I'm awake.
so if I'm looking at someone's relationship meter, and, like, and then what are people going to say when there's a real relationship meter, and then you're kind of, like, distracted and looking off to the side in the conversation, you're like, stop checking the relationship meter, blah, 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 blah. Like, you're not attending to the person, right? So, I think that would be terrible. I think it'd be, like, abysmally awful, actually. Please do not make this a thing. It's also one of the things that I really appreciate about games, I guess, or something that I like about games, is that, like, we have so much information, and, like, this isn't a real battle, right? Like, I'm not selecting Bernadetta to move forward by one step and then, like do a breakdance move on them,
Amazing.
right? Is that games are abstracted for fun in ways that we can sort of understand it. But the practicality of what is your HP bar is, like, that's not a real thing, I guess.
Your timing's spot on.
I don't even know if that makes sense. Also, trust me, you wouldn't want to see my relationship meter with all of you. I think that would be a severe mistake. I don't think there's any good outcome from that. Chat finds out that Flaris is literally obsessed with them. Oh shit. Well, what now?
Sunshine.
What now, huh? I feel like that's not good.
My orders?
I would like that, since it would be easy to get girls. I just walk to a girl, give a bunch of random shit to give to them. The ultimate cheat code shall get me rich. Well, I don't think the relationship meter implied that there would also be mechanics to raise the relationship meter by throwing gifts at people, right? I think it's just that there would be a visualization of how someone feels about you over their head or something, which is like, oh god, that's awful. Dystopian, you could say. I felt like I was gonna try saying some other point about how, like, people always want, like, oh, we want pure simulation, like, we want, like, distilled reality from games, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. I view games as storybooks. Like, I'm not looking for my storybook to be reality. I want it to not be reality so that I can enjoy it as a piece of art. So... I was thinking you're the only one who could see the meters. Everyone with that would be hell. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you think about it maybe this way, what if you had a comprehensive, like it's not an HP bar, but you had a comprehensive breakdown or status list of everything happening in your body, right? It's like, there's a lot in my body that I'm just kind of trusting, you know, that it works, right? And when it stops working, you know, then there's a problem. But for the greater majority of the time, I'm like, nah, it's working good enough. So I'm sure it's fine. But then if you woke up every single day to the message of like, your body is this out of this, like, exhausted. You are this percentage of water under. You are this and this and this and this. It's just like too granular. Right? And then it's like, ah, shit, I gotta go. Like, it makes this task list for you of like, well, I have to fix my hydration percentage, right? My health pool would be minuscule, so I'm glad I can't see that shit. You know, I mean, that's fair. I think that's completely reasonable. The joke that my one friend makes, because he DMs but frequently has to get up, and he makes the joke that his con score is low. So he's like, oh, I'm getting con checked. Like, or something like that. Oh, no, it was like, it's a con 3 moment. Something like that. Like, low constitution moment. Yeah, so I think there's ways of, like, there's value in seeing those things as abstracted principles, or being like, well, maybe I have more int score. I mean, like, that sounds stupid as fuck, but like, acknowledging what things you may or may not have as an abstract concept, I think, could be valuable to people. No metaphor, we riot, I mean... I don't know. Tomorrow we'll just play metaphor, clearly. It's one of those things where I'm like, man... Whenever... Like, I'm really glad I'm playing metaphor, because, like, I'm just enjoying it so much. Like, every once in a while, you'll run into a game. Or, like, I'll run into a game where I'm like... quote GG, I'm literally obsessed with this. I want it so bad. Like, I just want to play it more. And I think I mentioned this to show how much of a fucking fossil I am. When I rented video games... Let that sink in for a moment. When I rented video games, like, I only had so much time to beat them. And if I didn't beat them, then I wouldn't be able to play them again. Right? Or I would have to re-rent them, which, as a child, I was like, you know, Lara as a hag? Man, I'm literally a decrepit piece of dust. Like, I cough dust out in the morning when I wake up. Okay, what was I saying? So I have this habit of, like, well, if I'm really interested in the game, like, I gotta play it. Like, I need to get the game done, right? So I just go. Like, I go ham. I'm like, man, I want to play the game. Like, I'm so interested. I want to keep playing. Like, I want to mess around with the system some more. Right? Which, it's really interesting to me because I think that very... Oh, what the fuck? I literally died. Oh, fuck. Wait, Byleth died. Wait, Byleth, don't die. Don't die, bro. What the fuck? I guess what we could do is we could just back up and then hold the fort back here. I don't know what that means. Haha. Yeah, a blockbuster. What's a blockbuster?
Let's make this quick.
So what was
What's my
it?
strategy?
I think that very frequently games can be seen as like transactional, kind of from the perspective of you're trying to get to the end of the game.
I'm awake.
Right? Where it's like, okay, I'm going to get to the end point, then I'll have finished the game, and it's going to be great. The game's going to be over, and I'll have completed all of the challenges, and I'll feel very competent, right? But genuinely, I think the thing that I like the most, as is hopefully apparent from my dumbass team in Fire Emblem, is that, like, I really enjoy just getting the opportunity to mess around with something. Like, mess around with a system and just, like, it's like Lego blocks, right? It's just crazy how the Armored Knight died after being attacked by 3 mages. Yeah, I can't believe it, to be honest. Like, I would have expected him to die on the first mage, but no. Here we are. They're not dead. So I guess I just really enjoy that Metaphor has given me something to mess around with the game systems with. I don't really know if that makes sense. I want to do more stuff with the archetypes and do cool decision-making in combats. Like, damn, we were fighting that baby for, like 25 minutes or something, no? Like, that that boss fight was long, you know? I like to draw, and I could draw anything, but I still like character creators because of the specific limitations. Yeah, exactly. Like, it gives you a little sandbox to interpret the... As you're saying, the limitations. Oh my fucking god, Linhardt. Damn. Okay, I think I know what I can do, actually. What I can do is I can put one of the assassins over there, and then they'll act as the secondary block for the 2-person filter. Not filter, funnel, whatever. If I put you here, then everyone will attack Byleth, because they're gonna move away. Oh, but then I don't have Impregnable Wall over here, because I'm dumb. Well, surely this will not cause any problems, right? Where's my Dorothea? She's over here.
More fighting.
I mean... Got like 3 people attacking Linhardt? Jesus. Okay. Now I got it. I got it.
My orders?
Thanks.
Was that why? Sunshine. Thanks.
Ready for anything.
Yeah, with like some of the limitations, like getting to just figure out how blocks fall into place and stuff is fun, right? Feel so bad you beat Joanna, baby. Joanna, the flaw. What? Joanna, baby flower. My baby flower was the only anime waifu you had a slight chance with. Yeah, I don't. If I pretended to be a useless. I was. I don't pretend. What the fuck? Come on.
What's my strategy?
You don't mean that. You don't actually mean that. You don't think I'm useless, right? You don't need to pretend. What the fuck?
For the Empire.
Man. Live streaming is not good for my imposter syndrome. Real
I
bad.
do this for all of us.
You just need to feed the baby. It's not a bad deal for you. Oh my god. Well, I was gonna say, what if I was the baby? You know? What if I was like, yes, feed me humans, please? Or, I guess not humans. Feed me the not... I would be the human. And then I'm like, feed me the things.
I'm awake.
Feed me.
I will prevail.
Like, don't you want a schizo hag girlfriend who schizos out and then feeds you people? I mean, I don't know.
An encouraging display.
How do we feel about schizo dommy mommies? Just wondering. Asking for a friend.
Well done.
Thank you.
Hey, Gustin, how's it going? Doing good? We're talking about one of the bosses from Metaphor. And how, you know, like, in this world where I am doomed to be forever alone, like, what if I just had a schizo egg mommy to take care of me? Feed me the regular kind of this fantasy world. Bye, bye, bye! That shit kills me every time. The, like, bye, bye, bye. It's like, guys, everybody, she's a hag. Bye, 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 bye! Like, she likes One Piece. Sell, 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 sell!
One step closer to
Oh
victory.
boy. Is my Felix the right level yet? Felix level 30. Felix is level 30.
Just like that.
Now we can stop using Felix because we have maintained our contract of making Felix a mortal savant. Rooney is literally like that. She's an 11. I've heard Rooney is pretty good. She falls in the category of dorky women. And I love dorky women. But she really likes One Piece? Ah, shit. And it's gonna be really unfortunate when I break it to her that I do not like One Piece. Oh, I think the funniest thing is whenever Dizzy talks about Digimon, and she's like, I need someone who loves Digimon as much as I do. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, like, I like Digimon, but I literally can't match this degree of schizo behavior. Like, this is not possible for me. I'm really sorry. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not good. Wait, that's not... Wait, we have 7 Divine Pulse charges, we're fine. Okay, we're gonna dance.
Did the trick.
You still have a Gambit left. You do. Okay. Oh shit, but it doesn't work because she's in the way. God damn it. Wait, no, but what we can do... I'm a fucking genius. I'm a genius. Alright, so we're gonna combat art, we're gonna foul play, and we're gonna switch the position of me and Leonie. And I'm literally goated. I'm so fucking smart. My brain has literally expanded to the next level.
Thank you.
Lovely timing.
Honestly, poor girl needed to find someone who had a baby kink. Yeah, whose kink is being a baby, just to be specific. Could have saved a lot of lives. Should have been me then. Oh god. That was the plan since turn 1? Wait, what was the plan? I'm not excited for how terrible the next place is gonna be. Oh my god, my Dorothy is so fucking bad. I am in pain. Kill him. Now we need our one OP unit to bail us out. Surely, in the last run, we won't be using Lysithea, right? I do love Hexblade. Yeah, if Hexblade is so good, then why isn't there Hexblade 2? Electric Boogaloo. Crit! Guard! Oh, they Miracle procced. That's really funny. Lancebreaker? Maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, but if we assassinate them, then they just die. Okay, well. That did not work.
For the I will prevail.
This. What's my strategy?
It's so funny how Dorothy is so bad despite being one of your units that actually uses their intended weapon type. Yeah, because Dorothy is supposed to be like a sword unit, right? She has a specialty in swords or something like that. Or hidden talent or something. Which I don't know how that is supposed to overlap with literally any of the other things she does. Like... No, she has 20 strength growth. She is not meant to be a sword unit. Really? Wait, so do you mean because she is like a mage unit? Right?
Cornelia, I have a report from our scouts. The Imperial army
She's meant to be a mage.
En route to the capital now appears to be marching here.
Right. But she's still kind of bad because she's a trickster and... Oh, Rodrigue is there.
Quickens. They will be here to invade within
I guess that
days.
makes sense.
I just sent some of my troops to support the capital. It is likely to be a fierce fight.
Sorry, I just wanted to say this out loud. You know, for any completely normal reason. A GF who makes fun of you for your hobbies but still indulges you would be nice. I mean, certainly. On the same level as Path of Radiance, Sages getting knives with 15 strength cap? Wait, what? You could give knives to Sages?
How could this be? I have not heard a thing about... Oh, I understand now. I am the target.
Yo, what if we warp skipped her though? Would that be like really funny if we just like warp skipped this boss?
So from the outside. However, the circumstances are not that simple. And will you calm yourself? It will not be a fierce fight whatsoever. The sweet children I have prepared will protect Aryan Road well.
Cornelia.
Aryan Road is a fortress city that was built about 400 years ago. Originally a base on the front lines of the battle against the kingdom, it was built using Imperial money and technology.
However, the head of House Rowe secretly planned to betray the Empire. As the fortress neared completion, it was rebuilt as a base to defend against the Empire. When the fortress was completed, House Row declared its vassalage to the kingdom.
Since then, Aryan Road has never fallen. Not once. The beautiful white walls that protect it against its enemies have earned it the nickname, the Silver Maiden. In the end, that is all it is to the Empire. The Silver Maiden stands as a bitter memory.
We will now be destroying that memory. The past is the past. Now is now.
A fortress that has never fallen. I can't wait to make it fall.
How savage of you. And yet, I must say I agree with the sentiment. Let us take the sturdy Aryan Road and continue our march against the kingdom.
An invincible fortress? Sounds perfect.
Unfortunately, it will soon no longer be invincible. The Silver Maiden's iron skin is about to be damaged. It's sad, really.
Is it silver or iron? Use your language with clarity, please.
Really, Lynn, there must be a better way to say that. Since we are attacking a heavily guarded place, we must take extra care to prevent allies from getting injured.
Thank you, everyone. I'm counting on all of you. Now, let's resume our advance.
This battle is for the future of Fodlan.
Alright, time to do the thing. On this timeline, EDELGAAARD is not crazy. I don't think EDELGAAARD was ever crazy, really. Right? I guess she goes kind of nutty at the end of, like, Blue Lions. And I don't know about any of the other ones. You can see how replaceable these lines from people that can die. Yeah, I mean, you know. It is a little interesting to me, I guess. I always felt like the pacing for, like, a Fire Emblem conversation was a little weird. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes the voice lines are just... The conversation pacing just feels odd. I don't know. So it feels a little weird. I think it's because, like, if you assume that half of the people can be removed, like, it makes it not quite hit as hard. Writing the dialogue's a little weird. Also, what is this about painting pink Space Marines? What?
In order to secure a successful invasion of Ferdiad, EDELGAAARD launches a raid on the fortress city of Aryan Road, which occupies a key position on the border. At Aryan Road, a mage serving House Bladed, named Cornelia, and the head of House Fraldarius, Rodrigue,
whenever they say Bladed, the only thing I can think of is Blade or Blide from Elden Ring. And the only thing I can think of when I think of Blide from Elden Ring is Bow the Whale. And it just doesn't, it's just not good. You know what I mean? It's just, the train of thought does not go to a good place. And Path of Radiance, you could choose either... What the... Where's my... Did my thing disconnect? I wonder if this... I wonder if this port for this controller is getting kind of old, maybe. But I think it's, like, new. I wonder if it just gets... When it gets jostled a little bit. Wii U, please. I mean Switch. From your comments, I have an abusive GF that indulges you on your hobbies. Wait. Why is she commenting on my ass being pink? What the? Why is my ass pink? I'm so confused. Oh! This is this map. We've been to this map before. So I have 11 units. Oh, we didn't class up Felix. Oopsie. Remember to do that.
Is that thanks a bunch? Is that thanks a bunch? Is that thanks a bunch?
Just have to do a little bit of prep before we get into it. I can actually upgrade these to Magic Bow Pluses, which is kind of sick. Anyone else in Dangur? I think I need to repair some stuff.
Thanks a bunch. Is that thanks a bunch? Is that thanks a bunch? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that thanks a bunch?
We'll probably sell the Volgians.
Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch.
Okay.
Come back soon.
From spankings? Oh no. You know, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That's not the connection that I made immediately. But yeah, you know what? I guess you're super right. If that's the kind of bullying that you're thinking of in your brain, then yeah, I guess that's real. That's right. That's, got it. We'll have time to finish the map in like 20 minutes. Hopefully, I don't know. We can always warp skip, I guess. We'll see how we do.
How? But it's not. So they suspect will attack.
Tightness, my lovely dolls. Seek out the enemy and destroy them.
Or just bookmark it, worst case. Yeah. I think I remember this map taking a little while when we did it from the other entrance. These are all physical attackers, so I can literally just run in there. We can also just impregnable wall it, but then we get a worse counterattack phase. Oh, Rodrigue is a magic user.
Ready for anything.
Alright.
My orders?
I'm awake.
I guess what we can do is something like this.
For the Empire. Let's make this quick.
And we'll wall here, and then hope that they attack Ferdinand.
Much needed.
I do this for all of us. I will prevail.
Have you even given him Darting Blow? We have not given Yuritsa Farting Blow.
Understood.
I just realized that this entire other half of the map looks so bad. Like wow, it looks so terrible. It's literally our dancer and 2 units that aren't our main priority. That's so funny to me.
More fighting.
We all choose our paths, and I've chosen.
Oh, hey, look, it's Ingrid.
I fight for my lord to the death.
Why are you smart and don't place yourself in immediate danger here, and in blue lines you throw caution to the wind?
In the name of House Fraldarius, I will defeat you all.
And she's close enough. Is that swordsman... Would that swordsman be Felix? If, we didn't have him recruited? Because he has, like, the commander symbol and stuff. Does that Cornelia lady have to die? She's pretty. See, you're not gonna like what I say next, or I'm not gonna like your response to it, because the thing is, Cornelia's kind of fucking crazy. She's a little wild, you know what I'm saying? And no, that does not mean... That doesn't make it better. Do not say that makes it better. It does not. It's bad. Crazy lady bad. We could use extreme correction. Oh god. It's just that in blue lines, Cornelia's map always the symbol of how easy it is to warp skip all the maps in that route. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. Maybe if the warp stuff, like, works out pretty well. Yeah, she's very much at the end of the map, but I could still see skipping over this and then, like, just striding in and one-tapping her. So. She's the mole man, by the way. Oh, is she? So she's not even, like, this isn't a real person. It's unfortunate. She's pretty attractive, you know. I'm sure I did my fair share of being very thirsty. Just shapeshifted? That's too bad. I think we knew that, but I didn't remember like how related she was to the stuff, conspiracy stuff. But yeah. It's too bad, really. I mean, hey, that's the benefit of shapeshifters, right? Like, just have someone shapeshift into Flaris, and then, you know, like, well, what's the problem, you know? Well, where is the issue? Show me the issue. Show me the issue if this happens. It's like you could clone Flaris without, like, the brain damage. You know? Oh, we killed that guy immediately. That was dope. See ya. Felix would have been on this map? Yeah, I was wondering if it would be this, like this swordsman, the one that's going off to the right. Because they have the commander tag. So it looks like they would be an important unit.
Traps awaiting us inside the camp, but with such...
Yeah. Traps and stuff and things. I wonder if this B team is actually going to be useful, because they really don't have the best units with them. He was there with Rodrigue. Yeah. What's up, Felix? EDELGAAARD needs levels. I think I also need levels. Dunk him. I wonder if Felix would have had any special dialogue. Oh yeah, if I brought him. I would imagine so. Oh, guess I can aggro these guys. Like doing this. Wonder if that makes them move. Nope, they still passed. That is too bad. Well, that looks terrible. Let's not do that. Karitsa here. Yeah, that's quite bad. I mean, we could wait and then just have her get attacked. I guess we could also just run them over, right? Like, there could be no risk here if we just literally run them over. Because I think the traps don't actually do that much damage. Oh, Leonie's in the way! No! How terrible.
Your timing's
Nice!
spot
Our
on.
assassinate actually procced. I was like 52. That is a very high damage crit. Answer. It was not a high damage crit. We just deleted them. You're not dead! Gwendol. Guy's still alive. Where are you going? They have that handle over here, so I guess we just run this way. The anti-cavalry lance, kinda crazy. Kinda nuts.
The traps are still functional.
So we need to get the other one. Kinda awkward that these guys are over here when we're gonna be rushing through this place. I don't know, are we? Felix could reasonably tank here. I guess anybody could reasonably tank because we have Leonie's impregnable wall. Oh, but Lynn has good resistance, so this should actually just be fine. I wonder if Petra can get in range next turn. God, that guy's movement speed, holy shit. We'll see. We don't have to gambit. Movement. I'm not seeing enough movement. I need more. Oh, there's the other switch. I don't think we're gonna survive that if we went there. Let's not do that. Delete. These guys didn't move. It's unfortunate because if we had Dorothea over there, I think we'd be a lot better off because we could have a stride available. We could get there really fast. But now we're going to do it like this. I believe... Yeah, we're just going to... Dorothea can lag behind a little bit. Can I delete you?
Dying would defeat the purpose.
Oh! I almost fucked that up. That was almost really bad. No! Oh, can I hit you from here for some random reason? Oh, I have an iron bow. Sick! Wait. Because we want to rush this guy. Oh my god, we're so slow. We want to rush the guy over here, and we can't exactly get in there unless... Oh, we don't have to! Byleth can tank. Yeah, that looks kind of good. Never mind. Thought I had to wait till everyone was over there. I really, really don't. Zap.
We'll work together.
Oh, I wasted the tile that I was targeting, huh? That was a bit of an oopsie. Wait, this is the wall. Did we poison the golem? That would have been really funny if we did. Oh my god, can we assassinate the golem? Steel type is immune to poison type damage? Shit. As we all know, that's very presumptuous of my Pokemon knowledge. But that sounds familiar. I feel like everything to do... Oh, fuck. Whoopsie. I feel like everything to do with Pokemon is always like... Yeah, I totally knew that. From something, I swear. I definitely remember that. 100%. Because I definitely did hear that somewhere. It's just I wouldn't have remembered it until you brought it up. Like, what is effective against dragons? Did you know that fairies are effective against dragons? That's crazy.
I will prevail.
What's the consensus on fairy types? Do we still think fairy types are, like, an atrocity against humanity?
Sunshine.
I think that's what people were saying when I was still around people who played Pokemon. Fighting. They were like, stupid fairy type.
My orders?
How dare they even exist? Oh my god, we actually poisoned it. Wait, we did actually poison it. That's so funny to me. That's actually hilarious. I think non-boss monsters are vulnerable to assassinate/lethality, but it of course only takes out 1 health bar. Yes.
I do this for all of us. For the Empire.
Man, why is your movement so shit? Can I warp you? Go over here. It's the second strongest... Oh, it's the strongest type, not even the second strongest. It's the strongest type of Pokemon. Fairies are kind of silly, but who could possibly care? Yeah, I don't know. I always felt like... Maybe in my... I don't like childhood, but maybe I'm just rewriting stuff in my brain, but I always felt like stuff like that was really stupid, you know what I mean? I'm like, sure, yeah, it's kind of goofy, but who cares, man? Why? I can't believe they changed the game! Type of complaining has died down. Oh, sorry. Probably still some people who think that, considering it's the strongest type in the game, bar none. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so as Moon is saying, it's like very, very strong. So people are like, man, why the fuck does this exist? I did not mean to double click there. Fortunately, double clicked. Hopefully there's no problems here. Don't kill her, please. Don't do it. Okay. Oh, she's not dead. Oh, we're good. We're fine, actually. Sweet. Yeah. I feel like there's always going to be a little bit of that, like, the game isn't the same anymore. Why can't I literally have offspring in Fire Emblem? I can't believe it. You know, I'm just shitposting, but you know. Okay, but like for real though. How did that even work in those Fire Emblem games? Like, I know that it was a thing, but I don't actually know, like, did it matter, like, who you actually paired with who? Or, like, what child you would get? Or do they all get the same? Like, does it not actually matter? Like, did they... How the fuck did they even do that? So strange. I mean, I say it's strange. It's not that strange, but it's also kind of like, man, what? What? Like, what? Huh? Oh! Lynn, you got crit. Their growths, bases, and I think skills are passed down. Oh! Interesting. So you would, like, combine... Yeah, it affects what class the children could be, as well as their growths. Whoa. That's actually super weird. No, I thought... I was like, does that change what characters are available, basically? That's what I was wondering. But I guess not.
Dying would defeat the purpose.
Thank you.
So you could make some real dog shit units if you wanted to.
My orders? I do
do this for
By
all
by
of us.
dog shit, do you mean like? Do you mean like giga bullshit BS? As in like this is like they have 90 strength growth and that's an atrocity? Like this unit is a war crime, or do you mean like? Or do you mean like their strength growth is 2, and that is abysmally bad? Legitimate question, because like depending on the constraints of the system, right? Like it could be like, I don't know, maybe it's not possible to make units that are so bad. Not that extreme, but both in a way of making broken units unusable units. Okay. Because it would have been really funny to me if you could just like bork your entire save file by just having like the shittiest units imaginable. Like, ah, shit. That's no good. Why can't I? Man, this Fire Emblem game is so difficult. Why is this Fire Emblem game so fucking difficult? I don't understand. Meanwhile, you have like a samurai class, and their parents pass down like strength growth of 10, and it's like, wait, this is awful.
Very helpful.
Oh. In Awakening, they're tied to their mom and fates and to their dad. Oh, there's magic units over here. Well, that sucks. Don't think... What was better resistance? 27, 19. Oh, wait, that wasn't even in range. A goober. I like how this map is like, yo, we've got traps. You should go turn off the traps. And it's like the most minuscule hazard floor you've ever seen. Like, ah, no, not the damage tiles. Oh no. Whatever shall we do about getting, like, 10 damage a turn? Sure hope that doesn't... Sure hope that doesn't kill any of my units. Real bad. Also, in Awakening, if all the female units are married off and Chrom is unmarried by a certain story beat, will marry an unnamed woman and Lucina will be cursed with atrocious stats. Oh. Because it's an unnamed woman. So they have... Wait, what do you mean? What, you're saying that, like, commoners can't have good stat lines? Like, what's wrong with you? That's not cool. Commoners can have good stat lines, too. That was kind of bad. Crit? Oh. Okay, let's try something a little less stupid.
Understood.
Alright, thanks for reassuring me.
I will hope to.
Well, yeah, I guess the idea is that if you need the story to progress, something has to happen, right? So, there's that.
I will prevail.
Alright, get deleted.
Sunshine. Thank you.
And you get deleted. I'm a little concerned about this big AoE attack thing, because I don't know what it is. But...
Let's make this quick.
Ready for anything.
It's almost never gonna come up unless you try to make it happen, though, since he usually just automatically marries the woman he has highest support with. But if you have no support with any of them, then, like, you know, then wouldn't that mean, like, if you have literally negative Riz, right? If you have actually 0 Riz, then, like, you know, I mean, and that happens sometimes. Like, sometimes sweaty gamers, sometimes nerdy McDougalls are kind of, you know, like, they're just not very, their Riz is kind of bad. Like, you know, what's the problem with that? What's the problem with their Riz being kind of bad? Like, you know,
Back to the fray.
it's fine. Just stop bullying them.
For the Empire.
Sometimes you have to be kind to people with no Riz.
Back to the fray.
Thanks.
I was just thinking, you know why I think,
To
oh,
assist the Empire, even while knowing of their deeds. I am truly disappointed in you, Professor. Prepare yourself, heel of the Empire. A wretch like you will never be qualified to rule over Fodlan.
damn.
So this is how...
I was like, damn, it's crazy how Ingrid's just gonna die next turn, and then she fucking crits me to death. That's actually crazy, dude. That is crazy. Fuck. I mean... Like... Shit. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, just, like, kill the automaton? Problem with this is that there's still 2 mages there, and they have a decent likelihood of killing our boy. Oh, no crit is terrible. Bone Lance to death?
Sunshine.
God, I want Ingrid to Bone Lance me to death. That doesn't make any sense. Spaghetti beam. You simply do not remember what happened. You can't judge me for it. Oh, I just realized Lysithia's thing still procs, even though she's not using a spell. I can't imagine the people over there are going to survive, so we're just gonna do the simplest turn over here and see if it works.
I'm awake.
I'm great.
More fighting.
Ingrid is too straight-laced for that anyways. Wait, what?
I do this for all of us.
To hit you with the Bone Lance? To give you ye old Bone Lance? Okay, well, can we... Alright. So clearly the stuff happening on the left-hand side here is just bad. Like, we just don't do it. Like, clearly that's the play. The play is that we can't move on the left-hand side. We're literally not allowed to. Because Byleth is just going to get crit for some reason. I mean, he was probably going to die anyways to the 2 mages, but like, hey, come on, man. Like, could you not cut me at least a little bit of a break here? Like, just the tiniest bit. The tiniest bit of a break.
Back to the fray.
God, sometimes these turns are just so bad.
For the Empire.
Let me just double check I'm not being late for this thing, because I believe I'm in... I'm not needed until, like... until later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm good. You're back, what's up? Well, this turn is miserable, because my Byleth keeps getting crit by fucking everything.
I will prevail.
So that's pretty miserable. But aside from that, this map has been going very well. Like, it has been dealt with fairly easily. So I'm hoping that it can be wrapped up in a nice little bow so that I can leave. I guess there's story stuff immediately after, but we'll just pause. Nice crit. See, look at my Lysithia. Look how good she is. She's just blowing everything up. It's great.
What's my strategy?
It's very pog. Okay, we did not die. Thank God. It's very awkward how we are wedged in this space.
I do this for all of us.
Where's that gem that prevents crits go? I don't have it. Is there a gem that prevents crits? Is that real?
Be smart or I'm finished.
Chat, is this real? Chat. Chat, is this real?
Thank you.
This real chat. In this game?
Well done.
Is it real in this game? Because I haven't seen it.
More fighting.
Thanks.
I see, Flora. Sorry, we are keeping away from your pay pig. Pay pig gig? What the fuck? What the hell? Yeah, I have a session booked at
Nearing my limit.
in the next like half an hour where I need to go tell them they're a disgusting vile worm. And they want me to stare at the camera like they're literal filth.
Inspired.
Which I mean, hey man, like no judgment. I'd never.
I'm impressed.
I mean, like, I would never see anything. I wouldn't like that at all. That sounds terrible. It's the one you get from Caspar Mercedes Paralog. Oh, is that what that does? I didn't know that's what that did. Like, when I read the description, I didn't really understand what it did. Because I thought it just said randomly prevents damage, like not that it prevents crits. I'll probably save that attack for later. Okay, we're getting attacked by one armored person. Oh, I guess that Ferdinand attack is also quite good, so why would I waste it? Oh well, happens.
My orders?
Oh, terrible.
Great.
All the hero relic accessories give Aegis and Pavis to someone with the matching crest. That's not unique to Raphael gem. Oh, okay. So that one specifically said, like, prevents crits. Maybe if I read it correctly, I would have known, but... Okay, we need to avoid Ingrid's danger radius. So we're gonna do it like this. Stops crit and type effectiveness. And that seems... like, not terrible, right? I guess it would be half decent on an armored unit to not get roasted by mages, right? Because aside from having low resistance, they also have type effectiveness, right? Don't they? Like baked in type effectiveness, or no? Am I hallucinating?
Back to the fray.
Yeah, I remember getting it. I just didn't remember what its effect was. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Well, at least it didn't kill me. You like it for flyers? Yeah, that makes sense. I do find it interesting that flyers are like... How do you say? They're the one class that has a vulnerability that is, in my opinion, relevant for how the class plays. Because you are bound to get blocked out, like, by archers if you... Oh. Maybe could have thought about that one a little harder. I think you're pretty guaranteed to get blocked out by archers if you try to just fly over them.
I do this for all of
Try
us.
using a different spell here. Nope, we're all bad.
More fighting.
Do it this way.
I'll return the favor.
Now can you attack? Oh wait, I could have just done it this way because they don't... Oh, I'm silly. I'm a silly goofball. I'm just a goofy, silly goofball. Okay, well. There we go. How are we gonna deal with Ingrid? Like, I think my best opportunity to block her is like this, but... I mean... If she crits me, I die. What much to do about that?
Well done.
Alright, let's see if she kills me.
So this.
Okay. I have no idea how I'm supposed to approach this person. I suppose if I had Impregnable Wall, then I'd be fine. Fire is the only real use case since you won't encounter hammers, armor slayer, rapiers, or horse slayers on enemies.
Ready for anything.
Also, yeah, the thing that I was asking about magic and armor effectiveness, is that a thing, or is it just because armor has low, whatever? The trick is you don't need to approach her. Yeah, but it's just because we're going to... We're trying to, like, FC. Just kill everything.
Good form.
Just dodge, lol. I mean,
Not looking good.
we chose in this playthrough to not have Byleth dodge tank. Last playthrough he dodge tanked. Beside Dimitri. Right? Byleth was one of our dodge tanks last playthrough, right? If I remember correctly. It's unfortunate. It's like, I know I can just run up to the boss and nuke her, but
Make this quick.
I want to kill Ingrid because she's being a piece of shit.
Sunshine.
What's my strategy?
Is dodge tank a common saying? It's really silly. Yes. I mean, what do you think is silly about it? I think it's very descriptive for what it is. Like, it literally, it is what it is. Right?
Did the trick.
Thank you.
No, he was a flying archer. Oh, I do remember that. He really struggled to enemy phase. I do remember, right, because we wanted to make him quad light. Who was our other dodge tank? We had 2 dodge tanks. Because I remember Dimitri was only one of them. I swear we had a second one, did we not? Or am I stupid?
I will protect Aryan Road to the bitter.
Yeah, see ya.
Maybe.
Goodbye. Literally see you later, loser. Get dunked on.
That helps.
And then get dunked on. Get dunked on.
Presence is clearly not necessary.
The traps have been...
No, Felix was a mortal savant. Which incidentally, Felix is also going to be a mortal savant this playthrough, which I find very funny. If there was, then they didn't get much play with Dimitri taking the entirety of the front line most of the time. Yeah, because I just remember in the last... battle, I remember we had 2 dodge tanks because they had to cover both sides of the entrances. Like, I remember that happened. It's an easy to understand term, but I've never heard it, and you say it like it's normal, which I guess it is. Oh, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, it's like dodge tank is definitely something that, like, I guess would sound strange out of context, or like without knowing that it's a thing, but like dodge tanking in Fire Emblem is like almost always a dominant strategy. Like, I guess maybe I shouldn't say that because I've not played a lot of Fire Emblem games, but in the 2 Fire Emblem games that I have played, it was like pretty obviously very, very good. So I can't imagine it would be that much different in previous games, no? Like, would it really be that different in other games? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. It depends a lot on the game. Okay, well, I stand corrected. I guess it's not as common, maybe, as I thought. But I know... Actually, the first time I heard the term, to be completely honest, was from Terra. Because there was... in Terra, there was a dual sword class. And the dual sword class wasn't actually a DPS class. The purpose of the class was to... evasion... Like, I guess you could say evasion tank. But I'm pretty sure the dual sword class was an evasion tank class, where you would be the frontliner, you would be the person managing, like, managing aggro, but you would manage it by dodging half of the attacks. It's good in most of them? Okay. I'm curious to know what game it was bad in and why. Like, just because, to me, the thing about dodging is that it's so, like, well, if you can 100% dodge every time, it's really bad. Like, because dodging just blanks just about everything. Whereas I feel for damage reduction, usually the way the numbers work out, it is harder to fully prevent all damage forever, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my, what a charming guest. Let me take care of you.
It's because dodge theoretically applies to everything most of the time, unless there's some exception. Whereas damage reduction usually is paired up against like magic defense, physical defense. Like, it's a known paradigm to use different resistances for different damage types so that you can have like a bit of a circle in the balancing, whereas dodging usually doesn't participate in that circle, which I find very strange. But you have classes like archers that are supposed to mitigate against that, like they have proportionately higher hit rate and always have a chance of hitting someone who has dodge chance and stuff like that. But again, you can just break the numbers, whereas I always feel like that's hard for damage reduction. You know, as far as I could get.
All is in accordance with this carefully crafted script of ours. What a masterpiece. What a delightful dance.
I'd see you,
Victory
loser.
is ours. Aryan Road has fallen. Another army will take control of Aryan Road. As for us, we will take all of the military force we can muster and advance to the kingdom capital of Ferdia. It won't be long before all of Fodlan is unified. Everyone, this is our last push. Our goal is within reach.
Some games are just not conductive to it, either because they're one random number or there isn't really any class that can get much evasion going. Yeah, so I could see if it's like literally just not an option. That makes sense to me. I guess also, yeah, the RNG system would play a role in how good it is. Because again, damage reduction does not play on the axis of random numbers, right? It's like a math equation. Random numbers could be a math equation, but my point is
What turn of events has brought you so suddenly to Garreg Mach?
that you're expecting to get hit when you are tanking, when you're taking hits to tank damage. But looking at the final stream from the Blue Lions run, the only one I could see as remotely a dodge tank other than Dimitri is Hilda. Oh, really? So I guess I didn't have a secondary... I didn't have a second person dodging in the other room, huh? I thought I did. I guess not, though. What was our Hilda doing? I don't remember what our Hilda was doing. Was she a dragon rider? And I just don't remember what my characters were doing in those runs. Yeah, she was a wyvern knight or wyvern rider or something. What else did we have on that team? Lysithea was just a mage. We were trying so hard to make Felix a mortal savant, like a usable mortal savant, but like he just wasn't good. I was like, yo, this dodge chance is gonna go crazy, and then it didn't at all. It did not go crazy at all. There was no craziness to be had. Okay, what is this?
Well, my business in the old Alliance territory had roughly finished. I wanted to see the face of my niece, who so bravely took Aryan Road. I have heard that it was done with truly magnificent tact, and that you even deceived some of your allies.
I'm happy to have earned your praise. However, to say that I deceived my allies is a bit misleading. I despise leaks of information, and there may have been a church rat hiding amongst our ranks.
Ah, I see.
There might have been a rat among them. Among us, you could say.
Planned to betray them, but she has been struck down. Truly wasteful meddling. Unless... was it your intention to kill her?
Yes.
Professor, don't joke about that. The only ones we came to kill were our enemies. She used a terrible magic weapon.
But she liked it. But it said that her... But she liked the response, though.
Well now, if that were the case, would it not have been better to keep her as an ally? If you are only capable of such improvements...
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy!
The Empire's future as well.
EDELGAAAARD.
Thank you for your concern.
That's
However,
so funny.
I will sweep aside any darkness that comes our way.
I will be praying. Praying that the Empire will not become another Aryan Road.
Another Aryan Road? Just what do you mean?
I must take my leave now. Farewell.
Dodge tanking would still be good in 3 houses if it used one random number, since it's so easy to reach 0 hit rate. But it'd definitely be weaker in the early and mid game. Yeah, I could see that.
From the heavens and disintegrated.
That's the thing, is like it's a numbers game. And the tough thing with balancing something like hit rate is that like you're playing on the axis of like hit rate and dodge chance, which I feel like are weirder dials to be turning than something like damage and protection. Because you kind of need to assume, well, yeah, it's like you need to assume that people can hit their targets so that, you know, people aren't missing all the time, which is obnoxious. But you can't assume that people are going to take... Like, you have to assume that attack is going to be higher than defense most of the time, so that the game can move forward. I guess that means that both offensive stats in those cases, like both of the aggressor stats, are assumed to be high. Yeah, I don't know why it's weird to me. It feels weird in my head. I don't know. I have to think about it.
Disintegrated?
What? Wait, what did they say? How can you use it? It said that pillars of light have rained from the heavens and disintegrated Aryan Road. What the fuck? Huh?
Why would he do that? Was Lord Arundel just here?
What?
So that would mean...
What the fuck?
Hubert, give me the full report.
My apologies. I, of all people, should be able to control my discomposure. The pillars of light descended and exploded, resulting in the complete destruction of the main building.
Why are they using nuclear ICBMs? Yeah, what the fuck? See, this is the thing. Like, I haven't played this game in so long. Like, what? What?
It can't be true.
Did this happen at all?
This is my uncle's trump card. In exchange for striking
They just
down
have, like...
he has destroyed Aryan Road.
They just have, like, nuke magic?
Disposal of Cornelia.
No. If we'll be fighting them soon, there's no
What?
disadvantage to weakening their forces.
Don't mean to alarm you, ma'am, but they destroyed everything. They obliterated it.
This is like
How'd they do it?
then as well.
Yes.
There was pillars of light, and then it exploded.
North of Garrigmach, there is a valley where the earth is up once.
Okay.
Javelins of light fell from the sky there. He pierced the earth and set the forest ablaze. He believed it may have been the work of the goddess. But it was actually an attack by those who slither in the dark. That sums up
Okay.
all that we know.
By gifting us that knowledge, those who died at Aryan Road will not have died in vain.
Indeed.
Yeah, damn, they just obliterated them.
Good to
True. We'll conceal this from everyone as best we can. I'm sure everyone has heard about what transpired at Aryan Road. The Church has displayed their cowardice by indiscriminately using forbidden practices to kill the residents there. Their victims also include members of House Row, the Imperial Army, and many.
Yeah, that's crazy.
According to our investigation, the forbidden attack that destroyed Aryan Road cannot be used again so quickly. Even so, we cannot delay our efforts. We must put a stop to all of this by the end of next month. The leader of one of the Imperial factions has already initiated an attack on the Fraldarius territory lost by Rodrigue. Soon, all obstacles blocking our path to Ferdiad will have vanished.
A cornered animal is at its most deadly. We must move quickly. Next, we march through the Tailtean Plains. After that, we destroy Ferdiad. At that time, complete Imperial control over Fodlan will finally be a reality.
Oh, I'm shaking with excitement.
I understand that a confrontation is inevitable. I wonder if there's some path we could take that would cause less suffering.
Dorothy, you're on the wrong path to be asking these questions.
A cornered church. Well, count me out from any forbidden sorcery that can destroy whole cities. If only there was an easier way to get more information on crests and relics.
You are as negative as usual, Linhardt. We have but one order: to emerge victorious.
That's
We're
crazy.
going to win this. We really are.
That's
No,
crazy,
if we
Ferdinand.
lose, everything will be terrible forever. Oh, no way. We can't let that happen.
There's a lot to worry about, but I'm sure it will all work out. We'll win no matter what.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. I'm gonna play Maddening soon, almost done making the perfect Byleth after 400 hours.
Tree Moon.
I mean,
Field of Revenge.
if that's how you want to engage with the game, sure. That seems like a lot of time,
With the
though,
capture of Aryan
to,
Road complete, the Imperial Army moves
you
to
know,
invade the kingdom.
I don't know about that.
They plot to send troops toward now vulnerable.
This group
House
doesn't seem to see the
Lyria's
gravity of
territory
this situation.
and plan to
No,
attack
I think
30
they
from two
understand,
sides.
right? Like, you know, Hubert was saying, like, we need to stop, like, we need to end this war before they can literally just nuke a city again. So I think they get it. I think. I don't know. But that's kind of wild. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, when they're...
Aryan Road has fallen.
Oh my god, Dimitri has his eyeball.
Rodrigue, I swear that I will...
Man,
not allow
imagine
your
the
death to be in
smell.
vain.
I mean, what?
The scouts have just now returned. Seems the Imperial Army is marching toward the kingdom capital. Are you certain about this, Dimitri?
I mean, the little guys who seem a bit too excited. Yeah, they're like filler dialogue, I think, is maybe not as matching the severity, you know?
Defeated, the Blathed bloodline will live on. And the kingdom's territory has never been rich in resources. If the castle falls under siege, our loss is inevitable. I will deploy my army onto the plains and wait for the enemy. Please, position your forces so that they can flank the Imperial Army.
Yes. Given the present situation, making the plains our battlefield is a logical choice. I have no objection. However...
There is only one person I am after. I have no interest in any other prey.
I will take you at your word. Erasing the other child's existence is my task, and mine alone.
Man, please delete me.
Mother, I promise.
Man, I want Rhea to delete me so bad.
Shut themselves inside of Ferdiad.
They will try to intercept us. Of course, Ferdiad
Yeah.
will
So
make
I've been
false
meaning to
arrangements.
read the thing that you sent, but like we've literally been stuck in cutscenes for like 10 minutes. Yeah, so it's a hard thing to balance because you want the enemy to be able to miss on normal units, but that makes them very much unable to hit anyone with decently high evasion. So to make them dodge tank proof, you also need to make them completely unable to miss against normal units, or rather dodge tank resistant. Yeah, it's one of those things where maybe if it was like some kind of parabolic, like exponential or otherwise curve where like you can never really get 0% dodge chance. Like you can, like the cap out on dodge chance is basically 10%. And then maybe you can supplement those kinds of builds with something else. And, you know, 10% is still very low. And it's probably good enough as a dodge tank. But you always risk that, like, 10% of the time that unit's just gonna die. Like, sort of unavoidable. And then again, I also think it's mitigated by, like, archer classes. I think they did a much better job of doing that in Engage. What was it? I don't know if it was archers or mages. There was something like, you just ignore the benefits of bushes or something like that, so that archers can actually kill or hit high hit rate, high dodge chance people and stuff. Next map has the best voice line in the game. Oh no.
If we were to cut off their supply line with a large
Well, hopefully we can do it tomorrow. I guess, like, we have a month.
It makes much more
Which,
sense for them to
I guess I could
wager
prepare
every
the month
victory
by
to
tomorrow, and then we could just jump into story again. Because now that we don't have the... We don't have the... what's it called? We don't have any paralogs, we don't have any new content. There's supports, I guess, but...
And about 400 years ago, the hero Lu created the kingdom by...
Oh yeah, no, exploration is going to take a while. No, that's fair.
Their goal must be to recreate that scene.
Yes, although the Imperial Army is powerful, if we were to compare the strength of our best to the best of the Knights, the Kingdom's army and House Blathed are also renowned for their... On the battlefield, it can be assumed that they're one and...
Are you telling me to stay off?
Naturally. You are their aim, Your Majesty.
Yeah, I'm trying to press through this a little faster so that I can go. I don't really want to, like, stop the cutscene in the middle of the chain of cutscenes, but yeah, it's like, don't go on the battlefield. Obviously, I'm going onto the battlefield.
and other extreme. With the help of our friends, we have it.
We should be able to defeat them.
Included among.
Okay, yeah.
Professor, you have that same strength as well. Whether.
Of course.
As Emperor, I must not die in this war, and until the very end, we'll survive this trial together. Understood?
You got it, boss lady. I'm not going anywhere. Okie dokie. So, it's gonna be it for today. Cleared another chapter off the record on the progress meter, whatever. We will be back tomorrow at 10. I will need to go at 12, pretty on the dot. Not actually because I'm going anywhere tomorrow, but because I have a meeting. Let's try to get some, I guess, supports and exploration done tomorrow, and I guess we won't hop into anything so that I can, like, leave at the drop of a hat. But, hey, if you're still here, I'll say, hey, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always, and I will see you next time. Tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. Or not. I'm not your dad. Go wherever. See ya. Bye-bye.